Penis Check by Matthew Prins. After some rough sex, my dink was all tattered up. The tattering never went after some weeks, so I thought I'd better get a ween check. It had been quite a while since my last check, so that made me a little more nervous than usual about getting naked in front of a stranger. I went to a walking place. I didn't want my family doctor knowing about the dumb state of my wang and the dumb things I'd been getting into. There's always the chance he'd parlay to my mom. In the waiting room, there was a young woman crying and a homeless man drinking from the water fountain. These things comforted me. While waiting, I consistently tried to make my dink flop from side to side, just to keep it semi-stimulated. I didn't want to pull off my pants and show it at its most sleepy, shriveled state, glued to my ball sack. It didn't matter if it was a man or woman doctor, I just didn't want anyone to see the sleepy version. It was a male doctor that called on me. Matthew, yes, follow me please. We went down a hallway and then through a door that led into a new hallway. I'm a doctor in residence at such and such. Oh, okay. When we got in his little room, he sat me down and said, "So, why are we here today?" "I've got some little bumps on my penis." "Oh?" "I don't know exactly, but I'm guessing from what I read on Wikipedia that they're warts." So you're here for a check." He looked a little apprehensive. I think maybe I was his first penis checkup, but I don't think that could be. I'm pretty sure they'd have test penises in med school, but maybe they just have mannequin ones. "Yes, I need a check." Okay, he took a minute to write some things down. "I'm going to ask you a few personal questions before I take a look." "Sure." "So, is it sore all over?" "No." "Is there any discomfort whatsoever?" No, there's just some tiny bumps. I can't feel them. I mean, it doesn't hurt or anything. Is this the first time you've had this?" "Yeah, it's been there a couple weeks now." "Are you sexually active?" "Yes." "Mostly men, women?" Just women." "So no anal sex?" "No, I've just been having normal, plain sex." "And how many partners would you say you have?" "Well, just one at the moment, but I don't know. Maybe, 10 overall?" It looked like he wrote something short down, like 10. And then it looked like he was thinking about something very, very hard. "I'm going to ask you to take your pants off and have a seat up here." He got up and patted the couch table thing that you lay on. I too got up, unbuttoned my jeans and unzipped my zip. "Should I take my shirt off too?" No, you can leave your shirt on. Maybe just to undo a couple buttons. A couple of the bottom buttons. Just so you can see it?" He nodded. "Yes." I was turned facing the wall while I undressed. I undid a couple of the bottom buttons of my shirt, thought about taking my socks off, decided against it, then sat down on the couch table. "Just lie down," he told me. I never looked at my dick the whole time. I don't know how asleep or awake it was. The doctor sat next to me and flip-flopped with my wang. "Yep, okay, it looks like you've got HPV. That's human papilloma." "Okay. Or warts, you might call them. So, we can freeze that off with some liquid nitrogen, which probably won't get rid of them entirely. You might need to come back a second time, or just wait it out, and it should go away." "Well, does the nitrogen cost anything?" "No." "Well, I may as well go with that. I just wanted my old, normal penis back." "Okay," he said, and he left the room to get some HPV remover. When he left, I sat up and took the time to check out my dick. I saw it was pretty shriveled up, and to boot, it was covered in little fuzzies. I'd washed my light underwear with my light fuzzy sweater. All the little ballies must have transferred over. I tried to pick them off, but they were pretty much glued on. The doctor came back with a tiny vial and a Q-tip. This does sting. If you need a break from it all, just tell me, and we can wait it out. He took a big gulp. He held my penis in one hand and held the Q-tip in another. It was really shaky. I could feel the vibrations go right through me. I felt a bit embarrassed for him. Actually, he said, would you mind holding? Oh yeah. I grabbed my dick, and then he said, no, actually, like this. I looked at what he was doing, and he was pulling my skin back as tight as possible. Yep, I got it. I laid back down, I felt the Q-tip, and then I felt the shakiness of it, and then I felt the burning. It was a sharp pain, but I was glad. It felt like something was happening. How's that? It's fine. He was shaky the entire time. When he finished, he sat up straight and nodded. That's it? That's it. He said I could put my pants back on, and did I have any questions? I asked him as I put my undies on if I could still have sex. Well, you can, but it really depends on how it feels. Oh, really? It seemed like there should be more info than that. He told me some facts about human pamplemousse virus. He said almost everyone has it, and that it can be passed on without having sex, just by having skin-to-skin contact with someone. He said I'd always have it, but that it may not ever show up again, or maybe it'd come back all the time. He told me things that I've since heard were not true. I walked home with a burning ween, and I never had to go back for another nitrogen burn. I guess I still have HPV, but since then my dick has always looked pretty smooth. Cool as a cuke.